If you have 106 million Filipinos behind you, you will succeed. Because Filipinos always succeed when we are united and when we come together. I believe we have found a good team that we can have confidence in, that will bring us together, that will create, and that will formulate and formulate plans to transform the economy to the new global economy.
I will be beside you when you discharge your duties to your respective constituencies, and that you can call on the office of the Vice President for assistance.
You're looking at live pictures from the National Museum in Manila, where incoming President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is set to take his oath as the 17th President of the Philippines. He is set to take his oath by noontime, but before that, there will be a showcase of talents from several performers, including actress-singer Toni Gonzaga, who will sing the Philippine National Anthem. The ceremony will be attended by more than 1,200 VIPs, while at least 9,000 police officers will be deployed for the event. A new era begins for the Philippines. This is One News special coverage of the inauguration of incoming President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., ang panunumpa. I'm Charles Lejano. The Philippines ushers in the beginning of a new administration today with the inauguration of President-elect Ferdinand Marcos Jr. But while it's all systems go for the inauguration ceremony, Marcos Jr.'s cabinet remains incomplete. Mobile journalist Julie Baiza has the report.
From the barong that he will wear to ensuring security at the venue, all details have already been settled for the inaugural ceremony of President-elect Ferdinand Marcos Jr. For his morning activities, Marcos Jr. will wear a modern barong inspired by the Rayadillo. The Rayadillo is the blue and white striped uniform worn by the Guardia Civil during the Spanish colonization. For the evening activities, he will be donning a fully embroidered barong from Taal. Both his barongs are creations of designer Pepito Albert. As for his inaugural speech, his camp is keeping mum, saying that they do not want to ruin the surprise. But if there are any surprises, it has got to be Marcos's appointment a day before his oath. He named outgoing Solicitor General Jose Calida as chairman of the Commission on Audit. Recall that the OSG under Calida has had a rift with COA over the granting of allowances. Calida also backed the burial of Marcos Jr.'s late dictator father, former President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. at the libingan ng mga bayani. Apart from Calida, current Philippine National Bank President and CEO Jose Arnulfo Wick Veloso was also picked as General Manager of the Government Service Insurance System.
Chief Executive, was officer of the Philippine National Bank. He also used to be with HSBC, was one of the highest ranking Filipinos there.
The two will be joining the rest of Marcos Jr.'s appointees in Malacanang to take their oath. So far, 29 posts have been filled, but several key appointments remain vacant, like the Departments of Health, Foreign Affairs, and Energy.
Sinusuri pa po kasi nila, as you know, nagtalaga tayo ng applications process at saka mayroong proseso para sa pag-evaluate. Dahil nga, sinasabi nyo, mahalaga yung mga posisyon na ito, hindi ito pwedeng madaliin yung proseso. Hindi sila syempre maisasabay dun sa seremonyas bukas, meron silang hiwalay na oath-taking sa harap ng presidente.
Outgoing DOH officials have said that they are ready for the transition once a new health secretary is named. Mobile journalist Julie Baiza, We Are One News.
Before the historic inauguration later today, authorities also conducted final preparations at the National Museum to ensure the safe and smooth oath-taking of the 17th President of the Philippines. Jenny Dawn with the report.
Armored military vehicles, soldiers, police, street sweepers, and supporters joined the last-minute practice in Padre Burgos Avenue right in front of the National Museum. The inauguration of President Marcos Jr. as the 17th President of the Philippines will stick to tradition, but is expected to be simple and solemn. Actress-singer Toni Gonzaga will sing the Philippine National Anthem, to be followed by an ecumenical invocation. There will also be a showcase of the country's air, land, and sea assets during the military and civil parade. The young voices of the Philippines Choir and Chris Villonco will sing the inauguration song, Pilipinas Kung Mahal. No details have been given yet on Marcos Jr.'s speech, but one thing is for sure, the president-elect will not use a teleprompter, just like his father. According to the PNP, over 1,200 VIPs and dignitaries will attend the inauguration. Up to 30,000 supporters are allowed to flock to the Intramuros Gulf area, where LED monitors have been set up. Over 9,000 policemen will be deployed for security. Rallies and protests will be allowed, but only in the identified freedom parks.
Pero the moment they will step out the area as a group, they will be prevented. Una, baka makagabal ito sa pinakating rerouting scheme.
Given the inclement weather recently, Marcos Jr.'s camp has a plan B ready should it rain.
Right now, the forecast is sunny skies for tomorrow.
Sunny?
Sunny.
70% daw uulan.
That was the prognosis last time. Okay, kung uulan, there's a plan B. We haven't, we're not at liberty to discuss plan B right now. So, there are also security issues.
For News 5, Jenny Dongon, We Are One News.
For those who are planning to witness the inauguration of President-elect Bongbong Marcos in person, you might want to bring a raincoat. Tropical Depression Caloy has exited the Philippine area of responsibility. It was last spotted about 565 kilometers west of central Luzon. But its trough, together with the effects of the southwest monsoon, is still expected to bring rain over parts of Luzon and western Visayas. This includes Metro Manila, where the inauguration of President-elect Marcos Jr. will be held. Pag-asa also warns of another low-pressure area, and as of 3 p.m., this LPA was spotted over 1,000 kilometers east of northern Luzon. It is forecast to develop into a tropical depression within the next 48 hours, and once it does, it will be called Tropical Depression Doming. We'll be back with more stories after a quick break. Keep it here on One News. Okay. You're still watching the One News special coverage of the inauguration of incoming President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Vice President Leni Robredo ends her term with the highest core rating for the 4th straight year. But before leaving the VP's office in Quezon City, she shared one last heartfelt moment with her employees. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro gives us the front seat to this story.
Lalaban tayo.
By noon of Thursday, June 30, Vice President Leni Robredo, leader of the Philippine opposition, will be private citizen Robredo.
Kung gusto ko magbakasyon, makakabakasyon ako. Makakapanood na ulit ako ng mga K-drama. Pero yung malungkot for me, yung co-term na employees ng OVP, magkakanya-kanya na kami.
Robredo reminisces the bittersweet memories of the last 6 years, saying the most memorable were the challenges.
Pagtanggap ko ng pagiging co-chair ng ICAD, we worked the hardest during those 18 days kasi alam namin na tatanggalin ako at any time. Tapos siguro lahat na sakuna. Lahat na sakuna kasi doon na nag-umpisa yung volunteerism.
But Robredo will also be leaving office with a bang after receiving yet another unqualified opinion from the Commission on Audit for 2021. They also received this in 2018, 2019, and 2020.
Talagang we tried our hardest na gawing parang model office.
Today is the last day of Robredo's team in the Quezon City reception house. Now the floors are clean. The rooms are empty, save for a few boxes. A contrast to the halls that were once filled with donations for calamities. And that's what Robredo is most proud of, saying she didn't just wait as a spare tire to the presidency. Robredo's flagship program, Angat Buhay, will continue on as a non-government organization next month. Robredo said she will also focus on the fight against disinformation, which she herself became the biggest victim of. In the end, she still lost the elections, but Robredo says she has no regrets.
If I have to do it all over again, knowing what the results will be, I will still do it. Kasi para sa akin, yun yung pinakamasaya, pinaka-satisfying na campaign that I've been through.
Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro, we are One News.
For live updates and other stories related to today's inauguration ceremony, stay tuned to our continuing special coverage. Catch ang panunumpa, ang ika-17 presidente ng Pilipinas starting 9 a.m. today. This will be hosted by Jay Taru and Cheryl Cosio. The live special coverage is available on Signal channels 8 and 250 and on the Signal Play app. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Stay tuned here on One News as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We're One News.